Hello and welcome. Right, what did we do in this session? Yeah, this is the catch-up section. So what did we do? Well, we did quite a lot actually, to be honest. I've done some. I will point out everything that's changed since the last time. Obviously, we put this down last time, but I've also put these decals on. Although you can see I've not quite done a good job. They're not quite right, but they are round decals. So when I get it right, which I'm going to do in a few minutes, then that'll be not bad. We put this down because I tweaked the production silo, and somehow I broke it, so therefore it disappeared. So I needed to put some straw in, which we did stick in there. And yeah, so that will be put back down. Hopefully it will appear next session. Hopefully I'm going to do that again now. And we made a little bit of lime, but not a lot. Yeah, in ours. We obviously got the stones off the fields. Let me show you what we did with the fields. Now we did have that. We had obviously though that this was a little field 85, and I thought, well, so there was one tree in the middle. We got that one. I got the wood chips sitting down here somewhere, and we grassed it. It was a late decision to do that, so I didn't lime it, whereas I did lime this one. But we also managed to sell the field at the top of the thing, because I don't like having to race all the way up there. I know in real life, if like farmers can have to do that. So I bought that and that, which were both empty fields. It needs ploughing, and you can see it's stones again. I can't keep affording to lease all the time though. We also put that beautiful generator down over there, which that was 77 grand, almost 80,000. So it is good, but it's not special. It's only very slightly more than the Giants generator, and I do mean a little bit. So it's not one of those that like does 30,000 or anything like that. It can be as little as £1,000 or as much as £7,000, something like that. But that's on a good month. So we stuck that down. We did the fields, we got the grass, and we got a bit of income from this. But it is hard economy, so it really is. Yeah, it doesn't bring in a lot of cash, but nevertheless, we're still earning straight away, which is a nice place to be. We also produce plenty of digestates, and also, there's a few things. One of my favourite things about this is the mineral feed sort of one. It's not a bad little business. Do we need some silage additive to actually? We could do that. Digestate and silage, so we need a bit of silage for that as well. I don't mind buying it for that, because I'm not going to get a lot for it. I don't want to make it. I've really tamed this down so that the cycles are terrible, so that it only makes enough for yourself, because you can't sell it. It's just worth too much. So Giants have nerfed it so it can't be sold. But this you can sell, and it's not a bad little earner. Again, even on hard economy. I am going to put the self-marketing down. We are going to sell on the side of the road, but again, it'll be just outside our sort of property, as these things are, which is a bit of a shame because we're a bit far out. Yeah, I mean, like when you look at our farm, and we've got to put it on land that we own. It's we're sort of in the back of beyond, aren't we? Really. Yeah, it's true actually. We sort of came across here, so we did sneak across there, right up to that point. Went across the grass field. There isn't a sneaky way, is there? It's sort of the best you could do is to go through that headland and there's a tree in the way. Unless, of course, you do what I have done on other Let's Plays, which is to deliberately buy fields so you can actually cross them without any kind of skullduggery. I mean, we could go all the way around there and then go up there, I suppose. But yeah, so we were not too far, because otherwise, if you look closely at where you should be going, your big road is all the way over there and all the way down here, which then I think you'd have to come off this little track here and come all the way down here, all the way down here, and here and here and here and here and here to get to your farm. So I actually like the sneaky shortcuts, but we are going to have to I think we're going to probably, the easiest one to do would be to buy this field here. And then we've got, obviously when it's not got normal crop in it. Yeah, because it's not grass. Well, so that's probably what I will do. And oh wow, excellent! Yeah, I've set it going and it has actually finished. Excellent. So yeah, we're gonna do wheat in this one. Let's just finish this off because that's not quite right. Let's just check. They look like a few little bits around the edge that weren't quite right. So let's just check. Yeah, I'm sure what to do about the stones, or to release that again, because it's not really worth it. The stones are little as well. We've not got a roller, so we can't roll them in. But yeah, I can live with little stones. If they were big stones, it can sort of bring quite a bit of. No, actually, that's quite surprisingly good. I think in that case, we'll probably set this going on field 95, the little fields. It's only 20,000. Yeah, so we bought these two fields, sold the other fields. Is it this one? Yes, it is. It shouldn't take too long to do that. But yeah, that's it really. We didn't. We didn't. We bought. We did actually. That is true. We did buy an item. So let's just pop down to Urlo, and we bought this beautiful thing here, which I think it can probably have the in-game. So there's obviously you can also buy one for 40 odd grand, a beautiful slurry spreader, and there's also the Moesca Duo, which has got an 18-meter spread for like a very little. A beautiful thing I loved in FS. So it is. I think it's a Porsche. I think it's a Ram. So really, the trailer. If we got the trailer with it, that'd be quite cool as well. Although we've got a trailer that big anyway. So really, it's more about the other thing I'd like to buy on camera is for like lugging stuff around. We're going to need this quite a bit, I should say. And it is ready now. It's not finished, but it is ready. Yeah, it's a. I need to do that picture. Fantastic. Let's have a quick look as we're there, and then I'm literally going. Should be right next to us. Yeah, no, it is. It's good. It is resting on the ground. This was the same as the things. Its wheels were slightly in the ground, so I had to raise them, and that one too was in the ground. So it's now as it should be. It's fairly sturdy because it's got a fairly long drawbar. I am eventually going to stick a couple of eyelets on this side as well. But everything is working. It's just, again, some of the eyelets are not quite right. I mean, they're good enough, but I'm not trying to aim for good enough now. I'm trying to do a good job and make my mods all. I don't mind that the fact that they're not totally. Yeah, I've done them quite close, so they really are quite good straps. Yeah, they're not. You can pretty much get whatever you like on this. Some of them are closer than others, but it is self-made, so it's not supposed to be perfect. I'm quite happy with the fact that the eyelets are they're not too far out. But I do want the straps to be properly aligned on them, so that one I am going to do at some point. But it is almost there, but there's no. My lights aren't on. Oh, it has. I thought I'd done that right. That wasn't there. But yeah, it's there now. So we've got that. I just need to do the lights on the back, that back plate, and then I'll be happy because everything's going to be sorted. So this was a real labour, and boy, I've got to be honest. At times I almost threw the towel in with it because it was not. It was very difficult to get right. You wouldn't believe it. One of the easiest things to do in the game, you think. No, it's not. Absolutely not. Although it's an awful lot easier than a tractor. Definitely, they are monstrously tough. Yeah, but I'm going to have a go. But again, something like a tractor's a massive commitment. Not on the scale of a map, but it really isn't something. If you were going to do one from scratch, you are going to have a lot of time to get your modelling right and everything. So. Yeah, I don't know that I've got that kind of time. I might tweak things, but tweak existing tracks, make them bigger, smaller, and all the rest of it, because I can do that, but I'm not sure about anything else. But yeah, that is all that remains to be said, really, is I hope you enjoy the rest of the session. Right, Right, we are back on Rettenbach. Yeah, I'm doing the work to still crack on, doing a cracking job. But I did sort of bring the equipment down last session, end of last session. But I thought before we do anything, we do really need to, yeah, I've put a few decals on. I've been busy. I've finally put a BI Industries sticker on that. It's a little bit too big. Yeah, they're the rounded ones. Massive shout to Farmer Bob for his helping us. Yeah, I've not quite got those right. It's so difficult. I do like it though. I do like it's in the step in the right direction. I always thought that was a bit too plain. So TMR. Not sure what the limit is on this. You can't tell until you stick in, can you? Yeah, so I've bought that, and I do like that. It's true. We can use it as a windrow as well. I never thought of that before, but it is sort of windrow. Now we know it's sort of a depiction. That is a bit bad. It is. That's all we actually. That's one way in. So, no, it's filling. It is. Let's have a look now. We should be able to see a gauge, a rough estimate of like exactly how much we should be able to. Oh, I should say like about 4 or 5 sets now. So let's do it. I do sort of like this look that you're getting on a lot of like farms now. It is so. Oh, I've got now everything's still done. Oh. I think it's got confused. We'll try because if you can, it will. But if you can, no, I don't think so. Yeah, sometimes it's a cracking mod, but it sometimes gets its messages confused with the last message it's got. So I've sort of begun to realize it really is quite bad there. It looks a bit awful. Yeah, so it should be. Yeah, definitely. At least of the 2 sets of this on we can like. Yeah, the other thing is I'd like to see how much capacity has this got. Oh my life. I might grab this myself. I've got to be honest. I've got one and I cannot for the life of me get it quite just right. It really is awful. I'm trying to shrink it and it just will not work right. Even the big one, which I haven't touched at all, still doesn't work right. I just don't get why a mod that I haven't changed that works for Giants won't work for me when all I have done is put mod desk on. It makes no sense. You've not made any changes. It's terrible. It is. We want some straw though as well, don't we? Let's do some straw first. I think, to be honest, that'll do. Yeah, we'll just do some straw. Wow, it's right roots, that is. Yeah, so we've got we will be grabbing that straw. I do like, other than the plough, I think we've not gone too terrible with like the what we've got, what we were given, a little bit. Obviously, one tractor would have been tough. The wheels are awful. Right, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so not a lot of straw. Yeah, in fact, that's it. We need this as well. Production silo disappeared. What am I doing? That usually means I've done something wrong because we haven't changed the model at all. So it usually means when like something's not quite right with it, it'll disappear off it completely, and then I need to. Oh no, that was production silo. It has disappeared. 12,000 and odd. Yeah, it's disappeared. I've done something wrong. That's typical. As I say, I don't need that. Okay, let's put a standard silo down for now. Yeah, we'll stick this on this side, and we will stick the production side. We might stick it more in the middle, but yeah, you know, seriously, sometimes. Yeah, so we want a standard silo, not a factory. Yeah, these are beautiful little things anyway. I do really... no, silos. Yeah, my little tiny buttes. The thing that started all my silos and my love of silos down. Yeah, we will stick this here. Let's just check from behind. I just want to make sure we're not poking through the hedge. Ooh, it's tree snatching going on. Tree snatching. That's not too bad. It's as flat as a pancake. It is a multi-fruit, not a monster. We have got a very large multi-fruit, but I think for this one, I'm trying to really sort of stick to what we've been sort of what we've been given and stick to what we've got. The way that it goes. I don't make things too silly. And apart from the plough, I don't want them too terribly, really. So we need this. I'm gonna try as well. No, it's that way. Yeah, the one thing I have a little bit is you're a bit constrained coming in and out of the. I mean, really, it's really tight with those lights. I think it's done by design so that you don't go for too big of things. I would say, some map makers, it's usually the way. Yeah, I did fill the hop on that in the last session just to see how it looks, and you can see how good a windrower it is. So it really is quite a fantastic thing. And we know it's sort of like, it's not an exact thing, it's sort of like more... No, it's still busy. Yeah, I'm going to try. So it's a 10 tons hopper that's got. Yeah, let's see, because it's supposed to be 40 kph. So it means we can sort of like do this by its own steam. It gets stuck a little, but I mean we sort of then can just like keep grabbing the truck. Oh, no, we're there. So you can actually extend that, but it still fills the entire, right. Oh my life. Whoa, okay, well. I didn't see that the first time I used it. I really didn't. I mean, it really does sort of make my using it. We're not cheating. At all using. I really do. Now that I've extended that, it really means I don't keep bashing into it like I normally do. I just saw something. I thought it looks like it extends. Do really like dropping it down a little bit. Oh. Well, no, it's picking up more. I was going to say, its hopper's got bigger, but it's not really. Yeah, we're not doing quite that tall. It's really, really tall. Yeah, I really do like the idea of this is absolutely phenomenal, and sort of when you consider for 38,000 you've got a baler stroke, so it can pick up straw, but it's also a windrower, which did sort of escape my notice the first time I used it, and I also escaped my notice that you could actually get a faster one. Yes, I think we'll be using this quite a lot, to be honest. It's also reasonably inexpensive. It's sort of fluffy mods is fantastic. I love it. I really do. I'm a massive fan of that particular thing. But this sort of, again, I always thought the fluffy. I know I have said it a few times. I think its price point is a little bit expensive. I've always thought that. I always said it. But when you consider what, again, really a baler and all the rest of it, it's not completely wrong. So I mean, yeah, but I think this is sort of, yeah, even by FS25 standards, about in the right sort of place. I do. I think it's more reasonable and very, very useful. Right, yeah, hopping in and out. Yeah, we will be buying more fields. Obviously, we have got quite a bit of cash now, but we have got. I think I'm going to go straight for a buy on the dairy. are going to be using self-sufficiency tool, so we're going to like make the silage and obviously send it straight to. I'm trying to maximise the productions that we obviously started with FS22 and in FS25 the same. That's why I really wanted that production outside, right next to the grass field that we will be using for this. I'm not sure whether we might as well. Obviously we've got a biogas map. I want to maximise it. That was such a drop off. To like do something there, like soften it a bit. Yeah, this is, I'm going to do this as starting as a small run. Like I did this on FS22 where you do, I'm still going to do the hard economy though. I was going to like, I was thinking, do I actually do this, no, we want to soften. I know we're going to lose a bit of grass, but you can't have everything. We do need to get to it a bit better than that. Yeah, so this is sort of, I need to level our little, losing a bit of grate. Right, I think that should do. Right, let's grow some more grass. Or we're going to be catching up with the mower at this rate. Yeah, it's not terribly good. Let's just try it in the long grass. No, that's not too terrible actually. It's more, yeah, because this is more powerful. It really is doing a better job than the other one. I had the standard one. I never realised about the buying the extra sort of speed, and also the extra length means, yeah, it's quite a beautiful thing. It really is. I'm really quite blown away with it, if I'm honest. Yeah, I shall definitely be buying this again. I mean, there are some mods, it is true. I was thinking this. Obviously, I've tried to make a lot of mods just like cheap tractors and things like that, so with no cheap tractors and stuff like that. It's believable, but yeah, I've done all of that. I'm sort of getting this. I'm almost turning my attention back to content. I don't mean I'm not going to mod, because I really do enjoy it, and there's sometimes when I can mod and I can't, yeah, I've not got it in me. But I say this is going to be a special one. Yeah, like and again, I'm not going to put a limit on it. It all depends on how I can squeeze it in. I mean, like, I want to pay attention to some of the maps that I've never done before, because yeah, we've all got favourites, but like, do you just do the same old maps every single iteration of FS, or do you go on some new maps? And I'm really seriously thinking, yeah, we do go on some new maps too. Worker is messing around a bit. Do we like take over for a minute? Still quite a bit to do. It's the only thing I don't like about them is the faffiness. They are just such faffers. Yeah, let's do it. Right, I'm going to say my words. Oh yeah, I'm going to see you guys again on the other side. Wow. So really, now that does surprise me a little, that we were given a tractor that really isn't quite capable of using this very well. That's why my TV is a smart TV, but it's not so smart. It's trying to do something. Yeah, no, it does. That surprises me a little, actually, that we were being given... I did sort of say that. Yeah, when I saw this, I thought, this is not a terribly powerful tractor. Now this, on the other hand, this should do the job quite nicely. I mean, I know the side mower's not too terrible, but obviously, as we just saw, I mean, it's not even what you call a terrible hill, where you really would expect this to go mad, the abandoned slopes. I'm glad we bought this. But what I mean is, it's quite surprised that a map maker would sort of make that mistake. Same mistake, either that or they wished you to suffer a little bit. Oh, it is well. Stranger things have happened. No, I'm not. Well, I don't know the map maker, so it's a possibility, I suppose. be honest, again, we really, with this setup now, we don't really need to because we've sort of got the map. This is in a different place entirely. Yeah, I've just been walking around literally at the production silo. All I thought I had done was added manure, and I've obviously touched. It is true when you model and you go into things, you seriously, you can just put an extra coal on, and all of a sudden it won't work anymore, and you've got to go in and figure out, well, what did I do? I only added manure to the basically list. Didn't do anything else. So yeah, obviously I did. I didn't realise I had. So we'll get that sorted. We will get that. Obviously, no, it's just not working. It should remember next time. I think we put that salsa. We'll probably give ourselves the cash back, move it. Yeah, because it'll. If you put something in its place, which we practically have, it won't put it in the same place because it can't. So again, you basically will lose it. And obviously, we didn't really make that. Yeah, this does show really. So I use this quite extensively on Zilanka, and it was really. I mean, it's 230 horsepower naturally. This is the BI Industries version with slightly souped-up engine. It's 247 horsepower. But for nearly 250 horsepower tractor to be sort of struggling with this quite weak mower is sort of really very good. We're not particularly hilly. So to me, trying to move it a little bit, I can't imagine 250 horsepower tractor struggling with one of the weakest mowers in the game. Really. See whether I know we'll course play it. Oh, it's these mowers. I hate these kind of mowers. I can never course play them correctly. I can never figure out how to get this right. So I suppose I might have to because it's not bad size. It's just the offset. You've got to work out the offset. I can never work it out right. This is the time of the Let's Play. We can actually get that. Yeah, we can actually figure it out. That would be nice. Yeah, I'm looking forward actually to using the disturb simulation. It was one of my favourite mods on the FS25. In the end, I've got to be honest, I used to love the bigger brother, but disturb simulation suits stuff so much that you didn't really need it. The little one became as good as the big one practically. Because, yeah, you literally do whatever you threw at it. It's a bit cheeky. It is, but I like it. Ground decals on all of the productions that I've done, so that obviously I'm not well as it. Oh, let's just have the manure because you know you might want that in. So I did, and obviously I didn't do it. Yeah, I think the single tractor. I know sometimes it's to sort of try to depict that you're a bit of a lone wolf and you're doing it all yourself and all the rest of it, but so I would imagine that would probably, I'm not sure, we'll have a go. Let's just see. Oh, you can't actually jump in it. See how this copes with this. I'm not so sure it can cope so very well with with it, but we'll have a go. I don't want it to be a single tractor sort of like doing everything. Although I suppose if the first one is incapable of doing the jobs, then obviously it can be like the animal feeder, and we'll have to get a second tractor. I mean a third tractor. Let's have a look. Are you going to be... The slots to get a bit fuller. Missed a bit of the field. I knew I'd not quite done it right, and then I'd sort of forgotten. Ooh, in the interim. Yeah, so that's the only thing that is they're trying to gauge. Ooh. Glad I didn't put the mower away. You know, we could also be clever and make the grass digestate, because it's really silage. We're feeding our animals like with paid for TMR, and obviously with having a BGA, it really does suit that we do like get the most out of that. Obviously, because it's straight cash. Right, let's have a go. Let's see how you cope with almost a. Slowing down now. Yeah, it is. It's almost. Yeah, I think a 20 tonner would be about a limit of this, maybe even slightly less, especially going uphill. Yeah, it is strange though, I'm going to be honest, it's very unusual for a map maker to sort of get that wrong. Usually gets sort of carefully worked out. It's a bit of a strange one. Well, that makes it even to the next stage. It still does, I mean, I do love this, but what I mean is it still takes time. It's not like so cheaty that you like think, oh, you're cheating. It really is. And we all know it wouldn't literally sort of like do it quite like this. It's more of a depiction, like most tools in Farming Simulator, sort of like a representation of like, oh, I don't like to go backwards. He wants to go forwards, he's faster. But it is quite good. Because normally you find with things like this, they're very weak. The engines are very weak. This is not bad. just grab those while that's doing that. Take those back. Let's get into good habits. Leave things lying around. Not that I don't normally leave things in the field like that. Like literally, on the edge of fields, yes, I do. No denying this fact. Yeah, I've done really not. It's not terrible. We're sort of just about on the edge, but you can see that we're really not supposed to. The only weird thing is, it's sort of like almost blocked the way in. Like, I think what we're going to do is we're going to remove some. I know the map maker what, but it's a bit odd. It looks sort of pretty, but also it's not practical. And again, just an opinion. What we'll do is we'll stick a more traditional light in this area. And we'll do that straight away. Yeah, more like a posty light, I think. I suppose we could stick one on the... Not on a door that moves, that's never a good idea. And we really could do with one on the other side if we're going to do that. Not sure what kind of light luminosity this has, so we can lift it as well. We'll try that. And we may obviously like do a little bit more. But yeah, we couldn't get in the shed properly. You're going to bash into your lights, and that's a bit of a. Ooh. Oh, is this like a bale store as well? I think it is, and that's why I'm crashing into it. Yeah, it's like physical. Maybe why, another reason why it was locked a little. Very manoeuvrable little tractor. Right, so then we want... Yeah, now the other thing is, it is August. What are we doing about, like, putting things down? Want to fertilise the field. We will set this now. This should work perfectly well. I had a lot of. I've literally sort of tried to make this. This is like one of many models. Yeah, I've literally. No, we probably do need. Still not quite got that right. It's just a little bit not quite sticking to the side, but it was sticking outside of the box and all sorts of things, so it's a lot better. Right, let's just set it going. Yeah, what we did find to begin with, I'd got the measurements wrong of the. I've got to be honest. This was quite a challenging mod. It really was for me. Let's get out of the way as well. This I think we will leave on the side of the field. And obviously, I would put a tarpaulin on it, but really its main job is going to be growing the grass. So we'll leave that like that. Stick that in. So we not bad, not bad amount of grass did we get on this. We also need some water. We have the Super Sys can be used as a water tank. That's true. Switch that on, and we want to do, yeah, self-sufficiency. We want to stick that on silage with digestate. So we need some water. So we will stick that one on, and we want that to be. Always do that. I pressed the wrong button. I'm a terror for it. Not normally. It's the space. Is it Y? That's why. So distributing as well. We need to grab some water. So we want to grab... Yeah, actually, let's just take that. You know, we've told it to distribute to, so that's all good. Let's grab the super sis. We'll fill that up. See if we need to grab one now or take, or whether we can actually just keep on with what we've already got. I'd like to. I didn't want to like change things up too much. But everybody wants to give you the small plough and that type of stuff. It's quite a frequent thing, right? So we want... Super sis. You can use these as water tankers as well. We still need it, yeah, I can see we still need a milk tanker though. We'll have a tap fitted. So then we want Matana will do nicely. Yeah, it's one thing again that I don't want to be like, there's a lot of mods that modders have done that I'm not going to do. Yeah, it just is so silly to like we need to get the tag. We might have actually stuck that in the wrong place with the nozzle actually. Now that's going to be one of those things where I can just leave it running. Yeah, it's... Ooh, you can't. Yeah, it's what... You've got... I love the fact that I've got... Mine is really good because you can... Yeah, it sort of sticks at the end because it's fast and therefore it can't quite be filled. It sort of sits like almost at the top, and then it really means that now that seems to be doing it all right actually. I know. Yeah, it's really quite going to work quite. It seems to get stuck at a certain point. But only when you go in the menu, it seems to manage okay. For fertilising to see how well we're doing. Needs ploughing. Oh yeah, it's doing well. Let's have a look at the mini biogas plant. Silage. Everything's activated already. Straw used to sell just digestate. One digestate cycles 24. Yeah, not sure. Used to sell just electric. Used to sell just methane. It's changed a little bit. It has. Yeah, definitely. So that means I've got to rip the field. told you this would be the last quarter when you could probably, I suppose, we could, yeah, this is going to be the one that needs to do it though, isn't it really? Yeah, we can do that in a little bit. I think we're going to let's rip this field up, let's do it. It is August, it will still grow, that's what I'm thinking. If we do it now, I'm going to go into time myself because this is now going to take quite a lot longer than I actually thought. These stones. It's true. I thought to buy one. It's a long way to run to the store. We could ask the store to drop them off, I suppose. Right, so then that's no, I keep forgetting. I keep wanting to go into the menu for where Courseway used to be. But it's not there anymore. So we want fields 86. So we've got it already. Create new folder 86. And yeah, you've got it. Field that says 12 meter 3. It should have any of those settings, island headlands, 1, and generate. Should see that island in the middle. It does. It does indeed. Right, okay, so let's save that. Save course 12 meter. And first waypoint. And I think we'll take over the little one. Can take over doing the no. It could do the seeding. Wow, it didn't use a lot. Yeah, it's a bit cheeky. It is both the seeder and the fertilizer. BI Industries have found a way to conserve a lot of yeah, it really is very economical for any farm. So I'm not sure that Giants will pass this in testing because it is a bit cheeky. Even I've got to admit that. I'm going to make the most use of this overhang for bits and bobs like this. Can be, I have got to fix this. I must do it. It's only millimetres into the ground. Right, so we want to do grass. Yeah, the beautiful thing I do like of this, I have done it properly. It is a seeder and it goes at seeder speeds. It's not. Oh, we have some manure already. Fantastic. Yeah, so it's not like. Yeah, it is a seeder. It really is. Although the game doesn't particularly like it. Yeah, it has got errors and I don't think there are errors you can ever do away with. So we'll get you ready. I think we're just going to have to put up with stones. I do this time. Right, let's just do a bit of watering. I am going to time myself though because there's a lot for us to do. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. let's ask the store to pick that stone. I thought we could make lime. I thought it's, yeah, silly really not to do, to like grab the stones, because I thought you're easily going to have enough. No, I must learn my lesson and, yeah, look for the leasing cost. Yeah, I'm not, still not happy. I know it shows you a picture of here, but you've got to like cycle through them. I think it's much nicer to see pictures. I definitely work better with pictures, personally. Right, so then, did I? Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, we returned it. So that's gone back. Let's switch the lime on. It shouldn't take too long. It does go at the right thing. So we've got 251,000 litres of water in. If we stick the lime from stone, yeah, it also needs water, and it is a straight swap. So you're not really gaining anything. Some of the other recipes were quite special, so we're only going to get about a ton and a bit of like lime, so it's only a bit of an assist, and it won't be worth really the hiring of the thing, but at least we won't have stones. It does sort of go a goodly way. Now that is a point. Does that need liming? I would imagine it probably does. They usually do. Cultivated. It does indeed. Right, let's get this done. Yeah, we'll do that while that's seeding. Yeah, my very first mod that I actually did was the normal Razek, where I added the ability to have lime. Now, yeah, our lime won't be ready till the morning, so let's do this. I do like that picture. It really is quite nice. Yeah, I'm glad it's got a picture as well. Oh, yeah, no, that'll do nicely. Fantastic. Let's get this done. Right. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll time lapse it. I don't want it. I'd like to get quite a bit done. I'd like to at least get this finished so that we're completely done with the field. So, yeah, I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. done. Yeah, I should have ploughed it. I should have. I thought, well, you've made a mistake now. You've really, yeah. I'd just like to get us through till tomorrow, so that we're out of this. I was debating, do we do like I thought, well, really, we are a biogas plant. I mean, primarily, is one of the productions we've been given very kindly. So let's use it. So really, is it also a shame? It is true. It is difficult for a farmer. Obviously, you've got to charge through the village right the way up to your top field. It really is quite difficult, I think, to actually sort of... although it does bring home... I know it is a fact that farmers do have to do this. So, yeah, I mean, we've all seen farmers like drive for miles, but it is... If you can get the perfect farm, is obviously the farm where you can get your fields around yours, and obviously... We do have that in Farmer Simulator, so I know we all know that you can, you know, like in real life, you have got to sometimes, because you can't always get the field that you want. It's already got by another farmer who's quite happy with that field, so we are fortunate in the game that we don't have to sort of like do that. So yeah, I realise also it's not going to be, it's going to need liming, and we haven't limed it. But yeah, I'm sort of thinking of session length. We did show Willing. I don't think, no, it's not. Yeah, no fertilising either. I think we ought to flick over it quickly with the fertiliser. I do. I just think that's a mistake. Yeah. This one's. I don't think we need more than that, but we'll grab more than we need. I'd sooner do that. Should really, it's a fairly thin field. May get away with a single going down, but I don't think quite. It does make quite a nice sized field actually. Stones, really, that's the truest thing, because the stones are where we did the... Yeah, I do love the fact you can actually see the spinner spinning on this. Now that spinner is my own work. It is. I'm quite pleased with this. I sort of got a knockback off Giants. They were saying that they'd sort of refused it to begin with, and they said you know, you're allowed to appeal this situation if you did serious, because I think they just thought I'd like rip the Razek off, and like it was just the Razek. And they said if you think this is like a not a fair thing, or you've done any work yourself, then please, obviously, I raise a ticket. So I raised a ticket, and I thought, well, so what I did was I took a picture of the original Razek and stuck it right next to this one, just to sort of show them, well, it definitely is my own work. It's the Razek next to this sort of shows that this is not the Razek. It's just basically looks a little bit like it. Because I did fall in love with the Razek, but I did recognise I wanted a bigger dish. I wanted it to hold more, and also to have a better range. So it's got a more powerful motor and a spinner, but it really is still very much like a Razek. Hence the fact it's a little bit dearer, but not a lot. I did sort of, I've been a start from scratcher. I sort of thought, but I thought you've got to do a sacrifice. You can't have like a 42 metre round one. It's not quite powerful enough. So let's just like, you know, we'll go for a 27 metre, and we'll just go from there. So yeah, I've got the red one as the cedar. I thought it was appropriate, and the black one as the fertiliser spreader. And that is a wrap. Yeah, so our animals should be happy. Or well, they should be getting happy now. Yeah, the health is on the rise. A bit of that straw, a little bit of slurry already. We will, yeah, we already saw. We had actually got some, the newer starting to come through, so that's working. Does this say connected to? I'm just intrigued. Have the Giants done away with that? No, it does say connected to. Yeah, on JM Gaming's map, it is an alpha, but it doesn't actually say connected to. So whereas that does, so it does seem it's got a bit of a map error. Right, so we've fed the animals. We will sleep through till tomorrow morning. And it is going to be 9 o'clock. And then we're going to leave it there. It's been a long session, but a productive one. And if I want to do a short run, I need to make the sessions like longer, really, where we're getting work done. Again, I'm not going to stick to a specific number. I just need to like get on with my normal Let's Plays as well. Oh, we haven't put... No, we haven't. Oh, that is a point, actually, yeah. I always like to have one generator. It is quite true. A lot of farms now do have them, and I have actually just done something on this, so I think we'll stick this right. We could be able to put it in B mode. We don't really need to get to the back of that at all. We shall have a look at my handiwork. Fantastic. He has taken a chunk out, but it is well worth it. It's not... I've not made it silly. It's like basically very, very similar to the Giants basic one, of which it is very similar. So yes, I have. I thought... That's not bad. I struggled. This was where I wouldn't realise I needed a round decal. And thank you to Farmer Bob and his assistants, who very kindly did a YouTube video to show me this. I am going to link him to this as well, so you can see that. I've got a little bit of... They're not quite right, but they are almost. And I can adjust them. Yeah, you can like literally, because they're bent already, you can bend them more or bend them less. So they can now be made as we have on that, to fit any situation really, and to literally be bent around. So I'm well chuffed, because now I've got the ability, because I've got so many round models like the silos, that to be honest, I really do. I mean, you can do it on things like that. It really is amazing. So I have, much thanks to Farmer Bob, actually now got round decals. Another thing, sorted. I've nearly done all the models. No, I did. I finished it. I was determined. I'm trying to keep abreast of modding, but so that it doesn't like affect like the Let's Plays. Oh, that's a bit bad there, but it is. But it is what it is. So one generator, we're right down to 118,382, and oh, we have got electric charge going up. So do we? I think it did say about selling electric charge, didn't it? Used to sell just electric. Oh right, hang on.